Hi guys, welcome back to It's Our POV. My name is Sakina Ahmad Kumo, aka Samed underscore Bloom. And you don't want to guess who we have today? We have a man who needs very little introduction to the world of Nigerian politics and media. He is a former gubernatorial candidate to Kano State under the PRP. And he is a man who stands firm on his convictions, even at his personal cost. He is known by many as Dan Tanko on Instagram and Dawisu on Twitter. Please welcome Salihu Tanko Yakasai.
AKA
Dawisu. Dawisu Adan Jimina kowa ya ci sai ya lalace.
That's a
So
good one.
Dawisu,
Yes.
I hope you're happy to be on the Gen Z talk show with us.
I am excited to be here. Hello, everyone.
When I see
Hello,
the
Shakira.
excitement, say hi.
Yay,
Hi.
hi.
Okay, that's you too. So I want to, before I start with my series of questions, I want you to tell me how life has been lately. But you're going to answer me with a Gen Z slang that I'm going to teach you. So we have Omo. Omo means things are not going too well, and then we have clock it. Clock it means Alhamdulillah, things are going very well. So Dawisu Aden Jimina, I want you to tell me how life has been with you lately. Wow,
life has been really. Is it just for me or is it just for the country? Because I think everyone now is feeling it. Everyone is going through something. Just trying to figure out how to cope. With so many changes that are going on about. Financially, the new tax law. So many uncertainties. So Gaska, it's like really unclear. And I think everybody generally is just coping. So also myself, I'm trying to cope, I'm trying to adjust, I'm trying to, just try to find balance in the midst of chaos that we just found ourselves in the country, especially with the removal of fuel subsidy, which has, shot up the price of petrol, which has affected prices of other commodities with the exchange rate. All those serious stuffs, that probably Gen Zs might not want to get into.
Social media, anybody that will see your page, happenings and everything, will just be
Yeah,
explaining entire, no evidence.
I posting on Instagram, all those chilling, all those restaurant tours, and array. Even if we go out now, we try to not to post sometimes because people are going through a lot and then you are oppressing them.
Yes.
So I've limited the number of posts that I do on Instagram. Just trying to make sure that we are considerate of what others. We are also going through it, but many more are going through much worse than what we are going through. So just trying to create a balance. Just try to balance it up. So chilling has subsided. Bedesa Agabade, but it has subsided, and we're trying to maintain steeze
and composure.
My
That's beautiful.
Yes.
So I think we should start our questions.
Fire.
Are you ready? Are you sure? Clock is Neko Omo.
Omo, I'd rather go Omo. Omo is Omali. Adam, what do you say? Yes.
So Dawisu, you've run for governor before in Kano, right?
I did.
So I want to know your next big plan, like on the Nantanko project.
So it's still not yet decided because, like I said, we are in a phase of so much uncertainty.
Okay.
Currently in Kano, if I can start with my state, you know how the situation is. The governor just moved to APC. Kano has more or less become a one-party state politically, and then Konkoso is trying to, get into a different party. So there are a lot of moving parts in Kano politics that I don't think I'm ready to make any decision at the moment. So also at the national level, we have seen how the entire political structure is moving to the APC. I have my reservations on some of the policies and programs of the government, particularly federal government, that I don't agree with. And as such, I'm also not too keen on promoting the government at that level. So like I said, a lot of uncertainties. So for the Tanko next move, my next move probably is on hold. Let me just see how things will unfold.
Okay.
Yes, I think
That's
I
okay.
always tell my friends, and especially those in the political space, if you are not a major stakeholder, don't make a move now.
Move.
Yeah, just hold on and stay where you are.
That's beautiful. So before you even stepped into the Kano Abubuwa da suke faruwa,
Yes,
I wanted to ask you your opinion on the Abba Gida Gidas the campaign. What do you have to say about that?
absolutely. I understand why he did it.
Okay.
Politically, any politician wants, he is after his survival first and foremost before any other big grammar. So here, from what I'm seeing, is that he has realized that he needs to be in the APC to win his re-election, because, like I just said, the trend is everyone is moving to the APC, and politics is all about perception. The way people perceive you politically is how it's going to play out in the end game. Of course, there are some times where things change. It doesn't really play out that way, but generally towards 2027, it's looking likely that the perception of the general public and the voters is tilting towards, we can't, even though we have some reservations in the APC, but we can't defeat them. So that is making the politicians to also run back to APC for their own survival. So I can understand why he did it, but I still don't endorse why he did it. Because if you look at his relationship with his boss, former boss, Kwankwaso, he has been with him for over 4 decades. 4 decades, I'm sure the entire team here probably, we have not been born, maybe with the exception of old cargo like me, but generally, he has been with him for over 40 years.
Wow.
And then to wake up one day and just backstab him and just jump ship and leave him hanging, I think that's really,
quite painful.
it's going to hurt. I don't endorse this type of behavior, and so I'm a bit in between. On one hand, I understand why he did it. On the second hand, I don't like when people do that politically.
MashaAllah.
Yes.
So Yanzu, you spoke about trend, and I have a question to ask about that.
Go ahead.
You are Dawisu, the king of Twitter in Kano.
Yes.
So I want to know what your perception is over like the trending activities. Do you think it changes Nigeria in any way, or kawai it's just noise to the people in power?
I think for me, first and foremost, I see any trending issue as an opportunity to create awareness, so that mutane su san what's going on, the happenings, because people tend to be interested in what's trending. Every morning, the first thing people do is to check what is trending, what is the topic of the day. There are few people that we call influencers that influence, how people think or what should be the topic of the day, things like that. I can wake up today and say, okay, and make a post, and that can trend. That will be the topic of discussion for the people. Yes. So first and foremost, like I said, I see trending topics as an opportunity to create awareness, be it on societal issues, be it on governance, whatever it is. Sometimes, particularly in the North, some of the trending things in the North are not something that I'm really into.
You don't focus much on.
Yes, because sometimes, a lot of the times, not just sometimes, they're trivial things. In Ghana, like this so person's wedding, this so person's drama. All these are personal things that should not really gain traction like they always do. Or if it is not Rahama Sado's dressing, these are always the things that are trending in Northern Nigeria. Just like yesterday, if I can give you another trend. Okay. The trend yesterday in Northern Arewa Twitter, more or less, is that Madina Meshanu, the BBC reporter that interviewed Kwankwaso, she was fawning face, she was being too hostile to her horse.
I saw that yesterday. I saw it, and people kept on.
It trended.
Yeah, they were stigmatizing her.
You understand? And they always say that she was always frowning, she's always too uptight. But I've seen, and I've been on a program, Manga Zamani. I'm sure a lot of us know that program. When she laughs, she jokes. So it tells you that depending on the type of interview she's doing, that's the type of
What?
personality she'll come with. But
Definitely.
people don't know that because, particularly from the supporters of Konkoso, they felt she was being too aggressive, too. So that was what was trending yesterday. So you see, generally, I'm a bit too careful with what's trending in the north. I like pick my issues and on, and I focus more on the trending things on governance and policies and so on and so forth, because this tend to affect the generality of the people. So basically, that's where I focus my attention on the trends.
That's being said.
Yeah.
Ka san dan ƙara kiran ka Dawisu.
Go ahead.
Ana ce maka Dawisu. This name Dawisu, were you the one that gave yourself the name? Or mutane ne suka tashi kwana ɗaya suka fara kira maka Dawisu?
So I've told the story a number of times. First of all, I wasn't the one that gave myself the name. So back in school, a friend of mine, I call him Buzu because he's light skinned, and he, calls me Dawisu because I'm always looking sharp. So he was more or less the only one, and within a very small circle of friends, that calls me that. So what happened was that when I was opening my Twitter account back in like 2011 or thereabout, I didn't want to put my name. I didn't want to be known. I just wanted to remain anonymous. So I just felt, instead of writing my name Salu Tonkoyaka, let me just use something like a nickname, Dawisu, and just have my freedom on social media. Because what was happening on Facebook, on my page, on my account, is that every time I post something, they rush to the house and say, Isalu said this, Isalu did that. So I wanted to remain anonymous on Twitter. Unfortunately, or fortunately, as the case may be, it turned out to be the biggest platform that I have, bigger than any other platform. So that's how Dawisu came about.
An gaishe da Dawisu, adon jimina.
Godiya nake.
Masha Allah. I have a last question to ask you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so Shini, you're a global shipper, right?
Yes, I'm the World Economic Forum.
Yeah, so I want to know, what's your actual plan to make sure that the Gen Zs and the Alphas are not just consumers in the country, but they are the ones building the tech in this country? Yes.
So not just tech. If I can give you some statistics, I don't want to make it too boring, but if I can give you some statistics, those that were born between, say, 1999, that is when this democratic dispensation started, to date, just about 26 years, 27 years or thereabout. Yeah, 27 years, So about 70% of the population in Nigeria are people that are within this bracket. We are talking about, we are about currently approximately at like 230 million people.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. 50% of that is 125, 115. If you add 20% to it, that's like another 50. So we are talking about over 150 million Nigerians are within the age of 30. So you can see, and if you even take it up to 40, that means you are talking about almost 85 to 90% of the population. That is like 200 million people. You understand? So you can see that they own the country, they own everything. If they like today, they can say every sector, not just the tech sector, they can dominate it, and they can be in charge of it. You understand? Not just the private sector, but also in governance, in everything that you can think of. So, but unfortunately, they don't realize the power that lies in their hands. They have the numbers, they have the exposure, they have the knowledge, they have the tools. You understand? Look at it. I sat here, I'm a journalist by profession. I sat here, I'm waiting for the cameras, and the cameras are the phones. You understand? And that is unbelievable some years back. So the younger generation, they have the tools, at their disposal to take over. They have the platforms. If you go to a conventional media house today and you want to give an advert, it costs you money. But if I go to my page, and I know many other Gen Zs that have larger followership than I do, So just one post will reach a larger audience from a Gen Z than a conventional TV station or radio station or newspaper. So you can see they have the tools and everything that is needed for them to take control. The only thing that is not optimally utilized where I would want it to be is the mindset. This is what the focus. This is what unfortunately the leaders have done for us. They have condemned our mindset. They've made us to believe that we can't do it, we can't achieve it, we are always at my age, I'm still being considered as a youth at my age. So you see how they have messed up our mindset and how they are not allowing the younger generation to be bold enough. You have to take risks, you have to try things, you have to do all these things. So, not to bore you, but basically this is what I think they need to focus on. This is why any opportunity that I get, I tell the younger generation, read. Equip yourself with the necessary tools that you need to make it in life. And the opportunities are there. So I believe, inshallah, whether the elites like it or not, or the elders or the older generation, whether they like it or not, the future is in the hands of the younger generation, and whether they like it or not, they will take it over. Inshallah.
That's beautiful. So we've rounded up our question sessions, and I hope that you enjoyed the session.
I did,
and I hope interactive.
And I hope they will also enjoy it.
Yes,
I hope it's not too boring for them.
No, it's not. So nice. Moving next to the gaming section, that's the best session, I believe.
I hope so.
You have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy it. So
it depends on the question and the type of games.
We're welcoming our game master to take over the show.
Yes.
It was a pleasure having you on our show, and I hope to see you next time.
Thank you very much, Sakina or Shakira, for having us.
Sakina, Samed Bloom. You're welcome.